millions of people who've been making comments, and of course in England itself, millions coming out to pay respect to the Queen as her coffin makes its journey back to England. Now, earlier today, King Charles III attended a service of prayer and reflection for the life of his mother. Over 70 years in power, Queen Elizabeth was a symbol of strength and unity around the world to so many people. But not everybody seems to have appreciated the Queen. There's a professor at Carnegie Mellon University who took to Twitter to write, quote, "I heard the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. May her pain be excruciating." And she didn't back down from that, folks. And she wasn't the only professional who shared a disdain for the Queen. In a now deleted tweet, CBS News correspondent Wesley Lowery called the Queen a, quote, near deity by the white political ruling and media class. Joining us now to weigh in, host of the Howie Carr Show, Howie Carr himself. Howie, what's your take on what's going on here? Do you have feelings one way or another about the Queen?
Well, you know, I wasn't crazy about the royal family. They're obviously quite dysfunctional. We all know that. But, you know, let he without sin cast the first stone. I'm just looking at that tweet from Wesley Lowery. I hadn't seen that one before. You know what his piece that's currently in print right now is? No. Don't you? It's it's in Gentleman's Quarterly, GQ, and it's the cover story on AOC, in which she comes across as not just queenly like, but more like a deity, a goddess like. This is his idea of someone who's really great. I mean, you know, Queen Elizabeth, we called the greatest generation the generation that fought World War II. She was a part of the UK's greatest generation.
Good point.
She lived through the Blitz in London. She was actually in uniform, you know, with one of those auxiliary female units. She learned how to change tires. You know, I mean, she fought the real semi-fascists who weren't semi-fascists; they were fascists. And she always did her duty. She was apolitical. It couldn't have been an easy job just to, you know, go to all these, you know, college graduation type ribbon cuttings, cocktail parties day after day. It had to get pretty old, but it was her job, and she did it without flinching. She had the stiff upper lip, and I don't see how people can rip her. And to blame her for the transgressions of the monarch in Ireland. You know, I mean, you know, a lot of people have ancestors who suffered under British rule, but it was long before her. I mean, Ireland, you know, she had nothing to do with Ireland. You know, that goes back to the days of Oliver Cromwell and the New Model Army. I mean, you can't blame her for that. Right. You can't blame her for the East India Company in India. And it's just that, you know, it's ridiculous.
In the 1600s, Hillary Clinton was speaking with CNN. Ms. Clinton compared Nancy Pelosi to the Queen. Listen to this.
Who do you think the gutsiest people in U.S. politics are right now?
I think Nancy Pelosi is the gutsiest woman in politics right now, because she has shown through all kinds of turmoil and challenge what it means to, somewhat like the Queen, to be drawing an analogy here, get up every day, put on those high heels she wears, suit up to fight for the values and ideals that she strongly believes in.
Howie? I mean, to me, Howie, I want to ask you your opinion. Okay.
Did Prince Philip ever get lugged for drunk driving? I don't believe he did.
I don't know, but I was just going to point out that it's kind of the opposite. One of the things that the Queen did, she stayed out of the political realm, right? She served with great grace. She served the country, well, the whole United Kingdom, and offered it a stability that nobody else did. And Nancy Pelosi is just the opposite. Everything she does is political. It's kind of, you couldn't pick two people that were more opposite.
I think, Bob, think of all the stupid things that Nancy Pelosi has said. We have to pass the bill to find out what's in it. Or you can't yell wolf. in a crowded theater. I mean, in 70 years, I mean, even Nancy Pelosi, as old as she is, was a mere child when Queen Elizabeth became queen. She never said anything that dumb.
Yeah.
And there's something to be said. You and I are on TV, radio over and over again. It's not easy to not make an ass out of yourself every once in a while, and I don't think she ever did.
I can think of a few. Yeah. Howie Carr, thank you very much. Yeah, the Queen always seemed to be able to avoid that. Nancy Pelosi certainly hasn't. Howie Carr, great to see you. Thank you.